In last week's video, we took a Macintosh PowerMac G5 and turned it into a retro Minecraft server. And I asked all of you to come and join me, and oh man, did you all follow through. So today, let's take a tour of this Minecraft server and take a look at all of the amazing stuff that you all have built. So stay tuned. Now, before we jump in, I just want to say a huge thank you to these fine folks who helped me tremendously in getting this server up and running. You might not know this, but a Minecraft server requires more than just installing Minecraft and hooking it up to the internet, especially as far as server management, testing, optimization for this ancient hardware, and of course, security. So thank you very much. I couldn't have done this without you. So while I'd like to take you on a tour using our Macintosh G4 Cube, unfortunately, even with the 1.2 gigahertz Sonnet processor upgrade, there might still be a little bit of lag, especially around the spawn point, due to all of the amazing stuff that we've built. So in the interest of really showing all of this stuff to you, I think we're going to have to switch to another machine. Okay, so here we are at spawn in our server, and of course, Mojang hasn't talked to Minecraft 1.2.5 in a couple of years now, so we had to have our own registration plugin. So that's what register with /register means. But anyway, I'm here joined with a couple friends of mine. And yeah, it's amazing how many of you have joined the server with all kinds of computers, and I've got a lot of us here today for a group photo, and man, have you all made some absolutely amazing, incredible stuff in here. And that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to show off some of this real cool stuff that everybody made, and it's going to be a whole lot of fun. Okay, so the first thing I want to show you, and it's absolutely incredible, it's our signature wall where everybody is adding their signature of their username, the computer that they're on, and some of the specs that they have. So yeah, as you can see, quite a lot of people have been on the server. And yeah, that's absolutely incredible. I honestly cannot believe how many of you have joined. And there's a lot of people with some real cool machines. Nitrax Fox here with probably a 667 megahertz PowerBook G4. And man, that must have gotten about 5 frames per second. But yeah, we've got a mix of modern computers and vintage machines, and that's actually been one of the coolest things about this server. Originally, I thought we were going to have just vintage machines on the server, but instead, for the first time ever, we have someplace that people with machines made this year and machines made 22 years ago can all come together and play Minecraft together and build some incredible stuff. And Minecraft 1.2.5 has just been absolutely the perfect medium for us to all do that. So starting here around spawn point where we have everybody dancing, of course, we have a lot of really cool stuff. And let me start us over with one of the first things built in the server, which I built myself. Thank you very much. This is my G4 Cube, and I built the G4 Cube on my G4 Cube while using the G4 Cube as a reference. So I sat there, looked over at my cube, put some blocks down, looked over at the cube again, put some more blocks down. Oh, somebody has messed up my cube. We'll just get some help to fix that, I guess. And probably the worst thing is they put an end portal in here. So I used to just jump in there to go inside, but now if you jump in there, you get transported to the end, and that's pretty annoying. But that's okay because I have a secret entrance if we just go underneath the cube, where here's all of the RGB that actually Jay Vry asked us to put here. So we put this RGB in special just for him. And here we go. The inside of the cube is actually my house. And I can sit up on my RGB Apple logo and look out and ponder the world. And people dancing. All right, and while we're over here, we have literally an Apple store. I don't know why I like this tiny Apple store so much. Dank Pods references, iMacs for sale, Emacs, Dank iPad. Yeah, a lot of good stuff in here. And then this full Steve Jobs memorial portrait. Well, you just look at that. That is absolutely incredible. That was made 100% by hand, manually. Yeah, I have no idea how anyone could do this if they're not just the best pixel Minecraft artist ever. I can't believe it. Next up is this beautiful Apple Pro Display XDR, including the absolutely reasonably priced $1,000 stand and a suitably blocky macOS background. And then one of my favorite things is this beautiful sad iPod, and made by Burrito228 with one of the funniest things I've ever seen. Sad iPod. It's asking for data, but only sadness returns. And then over here we have a Pippin logo and also a very nice MS-DOS logo. Fun fact, both were complete market failures. And next up we have the actual cursed Mac, and they even got the blue CD-ROM and the green jazz drive just right. A very nice looking classic Mac next to a very nice looking G5, which is actually a lot like the G5 running our server right now. We've got a very nice white iMac. This, I believe, is an iMac G5, but it does have the iSight camera, making it a very rare model. Actually, Greg Rutke just did a video on his iMac G5 iSight. And then maybe my favorite thing is right here. This is a Sonnet purple heatsink. And as you all know, I certainly love Sonnet stuff. So thanks Podbot for the Sonnet heatsink. And now it looks like we are in the forest of iPods. And then I think my favorite iPod is this one here, a 3rd gen. I actually used to have one of these. Hey, look at this adorable iMac G3. Even looks like it's a tray loader. This was created by Whippinwo and RoboShark. Can I turn it on? Nope. And then over here we have the world's worst scaled Xserve G5, finished by Virtue. And yeah, I'd say that's actually a pretty good scale if you take into account the Apple IIgs down here. Now the Xserve is certainly not to scale if you take into account this gold iPod over here. It would appear we have a floating sad Mac icon. I don't know why he's so sad, but he's very well done. We have a very nice 8-bit Mario over here next to this flaming CRT monitor by Greg Cucumber. Just look at this absolutely amazing AMD Ryzen 2700 processor. It is completely enormous. And not only is it enormous, but it houses a couple secrets inside. So thank you, the Boda Zephyr. We are going inside your Ryzen processor. We have a nice little seating area. And most importantly, we appear to have a graveyard for various Intel products. And then we have a quite cool mirrored drive doors G4. Never actually owned one of these. I heard they're quite loud. This is an Apple II CI. Wow, that's quite well done. Using the Apple Snow White design language and also covered in snow. So that's pretty appropriate. Right by the Pirate Mac icon, we have a trash can Mac, courtesy of Diamond Streak, who apparently has a YouTube. Over here, somebody obviously went shopping at the Microsoft store. I don't know why you would ever do that, but it's a pretty nice looking bag. Thank you, Potato Lord 1040. And then we have what I believe is a white non-unibody polycarbonate MacBook with Action Retro up on the screen. Pretty nice. It's a MacBook 4.1 built on a MacBook 4.1 by Lester Norman. Thank you very much, Lester. Flick the lever to light up logo and text, now with sound. Wow. That is absolutely amazing. So we have Action Retro Dark. And then Action Retro booted up. Wow, Lester, that is absolutely amazing. And then over here we have an iMac G3 Bondi Blue by Mag Grunt, which unfortunately seems to have taken some damage. So I guess we did have a griefer in the server. That's unfortunate. Check that out. That is a very well done iOmega logo. And here we have another Blue G3 iMac built using a Blue G3 iMac that has a G4 mod and 1 GB by Mueller Minky. Wow, that's a pretty incredible. I'm extremely jealous of that computer. And it has a boot up chime. Excellent. This is a pretty nice little titanium PowerBook G4. And back here we have an Apple II GS Woz Limited Edition. And a very nice Action Retro intro logo. And I really love all of these RAM chips. So this is an especially well done RAM chip, and I mean, it just looks real. Well done. One of many Arch Linux logos, which I definitely appreciate. Free and open source. FOSS, very nice. And a G5 processor floating in water, so I guess that means this G5 is water cooled. Fly past this other trash can Mac Pro, very well done. Built by Whip&Woe with help from Boki. And I really love this iMac back here. Next to this Linus Tech Tips Hackintosh. Built by Primo 0007. We have this iMac G3 with translucent case. A tree where the CRT should go. And somebody actually has their house in there. But we can see on the front, they're actually playing Minecraft on the G3. This is a work in progress, again, by Primo 007, who I assume is the same as Primo 0007 over there. Just a wee bit of a typo. Here we have an AMD FX processor, which apparently has taken a bit of a overheating. And over here behind the G4 Cube, we have a very nice clamshell iBook. And next to it is an iMac G4. Not one of the later ones. Looks like we still have 1024 by 768. But yeah, application up on the screen. Pretty nice. And probably my favorite thing in the entire server is Mac Pro Park. Just look at these two gigantic, incredibly detailed Mac Pros, all made by hand. Just look at the detail on this thing. We've got the cheese grater up front. We've got the fans inside. It's even glowing in there. That's pretty good. Behind these two gigantic Mac Pros, we have the all-new Mac Pro and an iMac Pro and a trash can Mac Pro. Just an incredible amount of detail on all of these things. Look at this iMac Pro. That's absolutely incredible. iMac Pro 1,1. It even has the menu bar up here. Whoops. Well, just an absolutely incredible amount of detail on all of these pro-level Macintoshes. And here we have the dedication wall for Mac Pro Park, envisioned by I'm Scotty and created by GetDebian.org, Komodo Dragon 108, Smoothest Mill, Je Mange Le Bébé, Foilbot, and Mr. Rocket GL. Those few people built this absolutely incredible park. Look at all these Mac Pros. And then we have another G4 Cube along with a blue and white G3. Nope, this is a PowerMac G4 by Dimensions, although it kind of looks blue, so maybe it's a G4 upgraded blue and white G3. And there are lemmings literally all over the place. That's really funny. I like Lemmings a lot. That was a game we played a lot as kids, built by Enzo. And look at this gigantic titanium PowerBook G4 that is somehow running YouTube. I'm going to assume they're on Leopard and they're using 10.5 tube, because that's the only way I know of to get YouTube actually playing on one of these things. But so this was created by Stasic, a titanium PowerBook G4, obviously not a MacBook 2006, and helped by Whip&Woe. This is sick, nice work, Hamcher. I agree, Hamcher. And then we also have a USB mouse plugged into the side of it. And of course, it doesn't actually have USB ports on the side. The USB ports on the Tybook are on the back, but we'll give that a pass because that is a very nice looking black USB mouse. And Lester Norman has even added a startup chime. Perfect. Just as I remember it. Then next to the Tybook, we have another computer that I'm quite fond of now, a PowerBook G3 Pismo, which I actually tried to play this server on. Mine has a G4 upgrade, and I got about 2 frames per second. So very nice by Whip&Woe. And then just beyond that, we have an iBook G3 clamshell. Another very nice looking machine, even has the translucent plastic. Made by Boki, using some guides by Whip&Woe, I guess, from the Pismo. Then I have no idea what this is, but it looks complicated. I think someone is trying to build an actual working processor. Yep, look at that. Somebody is building an actual processor in the server. And then I can't leave out the Stadium. Everybody is quite excited about the Stadium, although there are a few too many Windows logos for my liking. But inside the Stadium, there are all sorts of kind of hilarious stores. So we've got our Stadium Wall of Fame with all of the builders, and including me, because I made the hockey rink at the center of the stadium. And then inside here we have an Apple store, we have a Microsoft store, and of course a Linux store. Everything is free here. With a Tux Penguin, and I put those eyeballs on there, so pretty proud of that. And then we have my store here, Hotbook Pro, the beer store, and just ignore that. And the wall says beer, quite a lot of times. That's a pretty good salad shop, Whip&Woe. I like that a lot. So I'm going to end today's video in the most fitting place possible, this beautiful Steve Jobs tribute mural, which is also partially obscured by this Windows Start menu, which I guess is kind of a fitting allegory for his entire career. But if you want to join this server, I'll put a link in the description below to the previous video, which has all the information you need down in its description. But if you enjoyed this video, I'd appreciate a thumbs up, and if you'd like to see more Macintosh shenanigans like this, please subscribe. Thank you very much for watching. And a special thanks to Chris, Justin, Sorta Eclectic, and Spike, who are my highest tiered patrons, and all of my Patreon supporters for helping make these shenanigans possible.